Hello. Hi. I know it's 1:30 on the dot, so I'm like you. I'm punctual. I like to get started on time, and that way we'll end on time. And first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. It looks like the guys chickened out because it looks like we only have ladies according to my calculations. So they knew we were going to work out today. I think is that why they didn't come here? So raise a hand. We're supposed to have about 20, so I'm guessing there may be people coming in. But has anybody? I know I recognize a few faces, but if you could please raise your hand if you've been here to one of my lectures or presentations. Yeah, I've seen a few. So if you have, I commend you for having the courage to come back because you know how crazy I can be. But if you haven't, you're in for a wild ride because I'll tell you why. Usually I'm up here for an hour lecturing as a monologue, and today is not going to be anything like that. It's going to be completely different. This is going to be 100% full engagement of y'all working out. And again, that's why I think that maybe half the room is still missing. Hopefully they'll find the bravery like you did to come in and join us because we're going to be exercising today. I don't want to scare anybody with that. I know that sometimes when I say that, people might be like, oh, I think I got to go. I think I came to the wrong class. You did not. You're here because we want to learn about exercising. I know that you've probably already seen a little summary of what we're going to be doing. And obviously, by up here, you can see we're going to be having a practical, like a workout, like a 1 hour personal training session. How cool is that, right? And so again, I hope that we'll have a lot of fun. As like I said, engagement, any questions you have while we're going through, that's what I'm going to be here for. I'm going to be helping to coach and make sure that the number one thing for all of us, besides even having fun when we're up here working out, what do you think? Anybody want to raise their hand and guess what's most important to me and most critical that I hope for before the hour is done? What would you think it would be? To keep moving while being uninjured. Yeah, for sure. Yes, definitely. No one's going to leave here injured under my watch. You're going to be continuing to keep moving out of here just like you did coming in. Okay, so that's what the goal is of today. So before we even start, just going to throw out some housekeeping stuff. As I mentioned, we'll make sure we're done sharp by 2:30 so we can go and hopefully beat the rain before it starts pouring on us. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be up here to help as we're demonstrating some of the exercises, some of the movements that we're going to be learning and doing today. Hopefully, another thing that I'm very hopeful for is that you'll be able to leave here with something new that you did not know before leaving, that you would be like, wow, I really like that exercise that he showed me, or wow, I didn't think about that for my form, because form is something to be really assessing and evaluating what we're going through this thing, because if we don't have the correct form or the right safety measures while we're working out, then that's no good. Everything else falls out of place, right? But if we start with a good foundation of having the correct form and technique, then everything falls into place. That's just the way it works. So just to introduce you to who I am. My name's Taryn. I live here in Peachtree City. I come out here about once a quarter and do this, different types of PowerPoint presentations. As I mentioned, this is the very first time where I'm doing a presentation where we're actually all going to be working out and exercising. And as I mentioned, please don't be scared off on that. I know that if we didn't come dressed I know some of us came with our own equipment, so I commend you for doing that. That was pretty cool. If you feel uncomfortable doing an exercise, for example, or you're like, I don't want to get down on the floor, I'm not going to make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. That's number one, okay? And number two, if you have any questions while we're going throughout, just please raise your hand. That's the best way for me to figure out who needs my help while we're going along. The way we'll do it is we'll kind of go in an assembly line, okay? So we have equipment up here. By a show of hands, when you see the equipment up here, namely balls, mats, exercise resistance bands, dumbbells, is there anybody in here who has at least once used any of the equipment that you see up here? Anybody in this room at least once? Okay, by majority, that's great. So if we didn't raise our hand, that's okay. That's fine. Maybe I want to spend a little bit more time with those who might feel a little bit not familiar or needing more help one-on-one with some of the equipment. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the equipment too. Another question I have by show of hands, here with the gathering place or the Fayetteville Senior Center with Fayette Services Senior, does anybody take any of the group exercise classes offered at all by any chance? So, okay, just a couple, maybe two or three. And well, and then not only there, but anywhere else, maybe on your own, online, on YouTube, or other gyms or fitness center. Great. Okay, good, terrific, very, very good. So with different types of exercise, you know that there's different modalities. For example, we have strength training, we have cardio aerobic exercises, you have water aerobic classes, you have group power walking classes, boot camp, which is today. No, I'm just kidding about that one. But we'll have a moderated type of modified boot camp class. Okay, so again, we're going to go at your pace, not mine. We're going to do what you can do up to your limit, not my expectation, to whatever you can push yourself to. I'll push you while we're exercising today, but I'm not going to push you over that limit where I see you, so that you're comfortable. In any type of exercise setting, and I've said this before at my previous presentations, like I said, number one is safety. I can't say that enough. You want to make sure that when you're doing an exercise, you're doing it with right form. You'll hear me say that over and over. You also want to have fun and engagement with those movements that we're learning, because if exercise is not fun, then people tend to think of working out as work, hence it has the word work and working out. And people don't like to say that, to think, I got to go to work now. I got to go work out now. It'd rather be like, I get to go and exercise, and all the things that I've lectured before up to this point, or you've heard. What does exercise do for us? It increases longevity. It helps us avoid back pain and other kind of issues. It helps us avoid any type of long-term disabilities, and avoid any type of problems like cardiovascular disease and etc. You name it. I mean, it's so beneficial. Think of exercise like having added insurance to our lifespan. And like I talked about last time I was here in October, I talked about something called health span, which means how healthy you are with your lifespan. Because yes, it'd be great to live as long as we can, right? To 100 or above, but we want to live as long as we can feeling good and being able to walk comfortably and do things functionally and do things with our kids, grandkids, and family and friends and everybody else in between. So I just used a word called function, and that's what we're going to do today, a lot of functional exercises. What functional fitness means is doing things that relates to things that we do everyday life. Okay, so what I mean by that is if I had, for example, a couple of 2-pound dumbbell weights here, what I would want to do is when they're on the floor, I don't want to say, okay, go ahead and pick those dumbbells up. And you don't want to go like this and pick those weights up. What I've done wrong or incorrectly in that example is I used my back by picking those weights up. I shouldn't have done that. What I should do, if I said, hey, pick those weights up, please, then what I should do is bend with the legs, right? Bend with the knees and pick them up. Because what does that do? That makes the legs work, makes your core exercise while protecting your back in that example. Why is that important? Because if I had, let's say, some groceries I needed to pick up off the floor, well, I want to make sure, let's just pretend this ball is like some groceries. I want to pick up that bag the right way by using my legs, okay? Or if I had my 2 or 3-year-old grandchild on the floor and they want to play and wrestle around and, they're 30, 40 pounds, I don't want to just pick with my back. I want to get down here, bend with the knees, and pick up the right way, okay, functionally. And so again, there's so many different, oh, by the way, too, I just looked over here. While we're exercising, please don't be shy. You don't have to ask me. You can come on up. I've grabbed some water for everybody. So there's water bottles, plenty for everybody in the room, okay? Just wanted to make sure that that was thrown out there. So like I said, there's different pieces of equipment. Most of you raised your hands when I had asked if you would use these equipments. You have things like step risers here. These are great because functionally in life, usually we have to walk up or down stairs, right? This is a terrific instrument for helping increase stability and balance. So if I have my step riser here, this would be a wonderful functional exercise to do, to step up and down. Some of us might say, hey, I want to make it harder. Well, what could we do? We could probably grab one of these things and we can just put it here and double the height of how we're doing that, right? So we could really challenge ourselves. Functionally, you could step up and then go over the box and then come back over and do this, right? So there's different methods that we can make that to where they're practical for everyday life. And with the step risers, all the other pieces of equipment are wonderful too. We have our exercise ball here. And again, when I asked you, most of you raised your hands. I'm sure most people in here, these balls are wonderful because you could do so many exercises with them, which we'll be doing here momentarily. I'm sure anybody done this exercise before by show of hands? Yeah, we can do some squats here. Okay, how can we make this harder? Well, I can bring my feet in like this, and that's a lot harder because now my surface area has really decreased. If that's too hard, just bring the feet out wide, and that way I have a nice good surface area with it, okay? You also can do many other variations, and we'll have fun here in a little bit. I'll show you some of the other things that we could do with the balls. And again, these little smaller balls are great because they're wonderful for just different core exercises and everything else, the dumbbells, the bands. And we have some more dumbbells and bands over on that little rack there. The way I've designed and set this up is I want to start everybody on the lighter dumbbell weights. I put 2-pound dumbbell weights throughout here on the floor. We have them all the way up to, I believe, all the way to like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 8 pounds, and 10 pounds and more. So if anyone in here wants to try a little bit heavier weight, no problem. Same thing with the bands. I put a medium type resistance band here. And what I mean by that, well, there's a reason why these bands are different colors. Sometimes on the handles, they'll tell you a resistance weight, but what they usually tend to go is that the skinnier the tube, like one of those yellow bands, for example, those would be a very, very easy resistance. This challenges us a little bit more because it's green and it's a little thicker. And if that's not hard enough, we've got the thicker red band, the thicker blue band from there, and then a really thick purple band, which would be very, very difficult and hard too. So I challenge you, again, feel free to do that as well. So we're going to set up in stations, and I'm not going to remember everybody's name. I apologize ahead of time, but I'm really bad with names. I just want to say that. But as I'm addressing everybody, like I said, if I see something while you're doing your exercise and I want you to correct it, or I'm going to ask you to do it a different way, I'll challenge you. And same thing, if you feel like, hey, I want a challenge, I want to make this harder, what would I do? And other questions too that come up. You might say, how many sets am I supposed to do of these at home? And how many repetitions should I do in my program? And those are great questions. In general, with these exercises that we're doing today, think of this like a strength training / aerobic. So it's a hybrid of both. You're working your heart rate muscle, but you're also working your muscles. And you're doing an aerobic and an anaerobic exercise, meaning you're using oxygen, but you're also doing things that are muscular strength challenging. And in general, I've talked about this before when I've come with my presentations, is just talking about when you do an exercise strength training program, you want about 2 to 3 days a week, if possible, of challenging yourself, meaning like these bands and these dumbbell weights by doing some bicep curls and chest presses and such. And if you're doing cardio, like aerobic, then that would be something that I tell all my clients to do as many days a week as possible, 5-6 days a week, if you can do that, of like 30 minutes. That's the recommendations that are based upon all of the different types of organizations that have to do with health and fitness. Because the more you do, you don't want to overtrain, obviously. That's why you notice I didn't say 7 days a week. We all need a day of rest at least. But recommendations for strength training, strength building would be at least 2 to 3 days a week. So if you built that up to 3 to 4 days a week, that would be optimal eventually. The cardio aerobic exercises of like 6 days a week, we want to work that heart every single day, strengthen that heart. Cardiovascular disease, as we know, has been the number one cause of death by far forever for everybody. And so that's one of the things we wanted to prevent it. So why don't, before we get started, let me ask if anybody has any questions ahead of time before we even jump into this, before I'm going to assign it. Kind of, good question. Okay, so the question was, what up here is cardio? Kind of. Like what I was doing when I showed you that demonstration of like step-ups, for example, if you did this for a couple of minutes, rather than, yes, it's strengthening my legs, but that would really be building up my heart rate while I'm doing that exercise. And there's other variations of different exercises that you can do as well, too. But good question. Yeah. So most of it will be strength training, really, from what you see up here. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Why is it hard on your knees to use the stair climber, but it's okay to do it this way?
Oh, okay. So the question was, why is the stair climber, like the machine, harder, for example, than using like a step riser, for example? on the knees. Well, that's a good question. So if you could think about what a stair climber machine is, it's one of those machines, and some of us have used them, where you're like a stationary piece of machine, and it's got stairs that are continuing to come down. You're continuing to walk up them. One thing, those tend to be a little taller in between each step than this right here, for one. They're probably going to be about double for one thing. So it's going to be a little higher in the step when you're doing it. As another, you're not taking any breaks generally through. You're going through continuously without pausing, because that thing's moving no matter what. So we have to keep going on it. That would be my best guess in terms of why would it be kind of on the knees. You're really forcing the knees to be working the whole time while you're on there. On a step riser, why I think these are great as an option is that it gives you a modification. This might be an appropriate height level for some people, which is less than like that stair climber machine. So if I'm stepping up here and I'm finding that I'm not having to work my knee as much because it's not higher of a height as that machine, then maybe that's one reason. I'm thinking that could probably be it. Yeah. And I wouldn't be necessarily doing this for like 10, 15 minutes straight through like I would on like a machine like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yes, ma'am. Yeah, balance is something that is an example of. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Wobbly, there's a lot of things that you can challenge your balance on, because when you're going up here, you can even, let me push this out a little bit, you can test your balance by going side to side like this. Or you can get creative and go backwards on it. And, there's different things. You could jump on it, right? There's jumping. There's different balance exercises that all of these pieces of equipment, you can do a one-legged squat like I'm doing here. I'm trying to do at least. Those are very hard. That's balance right there. Or, you can sit here and try this for a minute and just hold it. So there's a lot of different balance exercises. If you're really curious on balance, anybody in here know what the heel-to-toe test walk is? You know what that is, the heel and toe test. So if it's almost called like the sobriety test, some people call it. You think of a straight line, and you try to walk heel in front of toe while looking straight ahead and going slow. You don't want to go fast on this one. This is a wonderful exercise to practice on your own because it would really help. To increase balance, I think I've talked about this before when I've been out here, the best way to increase and better your balance more effectively is to challenge your balance. Do things like I just did in those demonstrations. To help, so that way, the more you practice things that are hard like that, the better you'll get at them eventually. Just like strength training, when you're strength training, you're actually burning and also tearing down the muscles, which sounds kind of weird, but that's what optimizes them to get stronger, in essence. So it kind of works the same way, with balance. But good questions. Anything else before we get going here? Okay. Here's what we'll do then. This is the way we'll do it. So I'm going to start, and we're going to go in order. So in other words, here's what I mean. For example, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you follow me to our first station right here, please. Number 1, okay? And then, sir, if you don't mind, I'm just going to bring you over here to the purple ball, okay? And then, yes, I will have and ask you to stand right next to him. And you don't have to stand on here, by the way, on the blue ball. You can stand next to it. That's fine. And then, ma'am, if you don't mind, this ball right here, we'll kind of continue in this order. And then the next one right here, please, the blue box. And then you brought your own piece of, why don't you go to that one, please? Yeah, that way you're on your step riser. You'll come here to the next step riser, please. And then, ma'am, this ball right here, please. And then we'll follow through kind of here in this mat. And then here on the step riser, please. Perfect. We've got 2 more. So the 2 ladies, one mat. This is good. This has spread us around a little bit. This is good. This is great. Okay. So here's what I'm going to have you do, okay? So this will be fun because, again, we've got some different options, different exercises. One thing that I didn't mention or I didn't talk about was this piece of equipment right here called the TRX. Anybody seen that before? All right. What the TRX is, and that's how we'll do the stations while we're working out. We're going to go clockwise. So here's what I mean by that, okay? We're going to go for about 30 seconds on each station. By the way, important, I mentioned this. Any of these exercises you're doing, you don't feel comfortable, just skip it, please. Don't do it. There's many variations of exercises you can do on this piece of equipment. Did anybody say they did see this or use it before? Okay, great. you've got so many different exercises on this thing that you can do that it counterbalances your body weight. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. You can grab this thing and you can do squats, you can do back rows, you can do bicep curls. I mean, all day long. I could do some shoulder raises on this. Okay. Now, it is anchored securely on this door. I don't want anybody to think, I tested it before we started. I locked this door. If I'm 200 pounds and I'm pulling on this all my weight, trust me, this thing is fine. It's not going to do anything. So the first exercise I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to be doing, holding this and going squatting up and down. Okay. Now, how do I make it harder? Well, I would go deep squat if you want. If you want to go past 90 degrees. But if you want to go at a medium pace, you just want to go about right here, okay? About 90 degrees. So I'll go ahead and give you that. You can practice it, okay? Like that. There you go. How does that feel? That's a little different, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, while she's doing that, you're going to do squats as well, sir. So I'm going to give you the ball. You're going to put your back up here against the ball. Okay, you're going to have your feet wide, and you're going to go up and down like that. Anybody who has a ball that I put with a ball, grab and let's copy him, please. Same thing. Put that ball behind your back. We're doing some squats, okay? The big ball, if I gave you a big ball, then you were going to be practicing those, okay? All right. Now, keep practicing. We're going to go about 30 seconds here since this is the first round here, okay? I put you in front of the hardest one, so I'll tell you what. Before we move on to that one, I'm going to move that. I'm going to give you this. Whoever has a band next to them, if you have a band near you and you're not doing a ball squat, grab a band, and I want you to take your feet, and I want you to do these bicep curls, okay? Bicep curl. These are band.
I can do that.
Yeah, those are good. So you're going to step on it. We're going to do some bicep curls, okay? If you have a step riser, I want you to challenge yourself and step up and down on the step riser, okay? Go ahead and begin, up and down, up and down.
How are you supposed to hold your arms?
Good question. On the bicep curls, we want to go here, like this. Like this. Elbows at the side, okay? Like this. Palm. Pretend you're picking up a baby and or a puppy or something, and you're just doing this motion with it, okay? Okay, let's keep going. I know I said 30 seconds, but let's go 10 more seconds. I just want to make sure everybody's working, okay? Perfect. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, time, everyone. Good, good. Nice. Nice job. Now, we're going to rotate. So what we're going to do to rotate is we're going to go clockwise. So in other words, we're going to come over here to me, please, on this thing, and everybody go one station over. Try to go one station over to a piece of equipment that you did not do, okay? So in other words, is everybody in front of something that you didn't do that first time? Yes? All right, so we're going to do some squats on those, okay? Just up and down, and you can grab these handles right here. You're going to do more squats, ball behind the back, and what it looks like. Yep, let me give you this. You're going to put your back right here, like that. Bring your feet wide apart, and then go up and down. Perfect. Good. Looking good on those bicep curls. Squats, nice. Step ups, those are good. Wow. Very, very good. 30 more seconds, everybody. This is impressive. Very nice job, everybody. Y'all are doing awesome.
Listen to my knees crack.
Anybody else's knees crack when they do that? Mine do that once in a while, too. I know how that works, so that's all right. All right, 10 more seconds to go. Excuse me. And time. Nice job. Okay, everyone set it down. And let's go ahead and rotate again to another piece of equipment. So I'm going to ask to come over here, please, and go one more piece. And again, try your best not to repeat the same thing you just consecutively did. You might repeat it again, but try our best. Now, I'm going to mix this one up a little bit differently. Let me show you this one here. How are your knees in general?
Pretty good.
Okay. Lunges are tough too. So this thing, you can do some lunges. Here's what we're going to do on this guy this time. We're going to go lunge like this. Reverse lunges. Okay. And then while you're doing that one, move this thing. I'm going to walk around, and everyone go ahead and go right into your exercise. Oh, yeah, good. Blue band, that's harder. Yep, you're going to hold on to these handles here, and you're going to go like this and alternate your lunges. Right, you're moving. Correct. You're moving, and that thing doesn't. That's it. That's it. Good, good. That's the harder band right there. Bicep curls. Yep. You didn't do the band yet, did you? Right. Step on it like she's doing, and you're going to do this number right here. Biceps. That's a good, just the elbows stay right here at the side. Yep. Good looking squats and step ups. Wow. Nice job, everybody. You guys are awesome. Or gals and gentlemen are awesome. Yes, this is great. Wow. I'm impressed. Sure. Okay, so the question was on the step riser. There's a lot of variations. If you really want to, and again, please, to your own limit, what you feel like you can do. You can come over here and do a squat and do a squat. You can really vary these up a lot. You know, I saw you doing the up and down, the jogging. You can do box jumps if you feel comfortable, okay? If you feel comfortable as you're doing them. Okay.
I haven't jumped since I was 60.
All right, time, everybody. Wow. Before we rotate, does anybody want a bottled water? Because it's getting warm in here, I know. So. That's a good point. Thank you. Let's get these fans going. One of these got to be the fan. Twist. Thank you. There we go. Let's get some air flowing in here. Don't be shy, everybody. Grab a bottle of water if we need it, okay? We're just getting warmed up, so we're going to get our workout going here. Now, in our next rotation, there's a couple of new things we're going to do. Who likes to work their core? Who wishes they had a nice, good six-pack? I know everybody's got a six-pack in here already, but who wants that eight-pack, right? So we're going to do some core next. So let's see here. You're going to go, since you're closest, I'll show you, demonstrate. Here, this is called a Bosu ball, and that's just the brand name of the ball. You're going to go and do some crunches like this. Okay. Crunches on the ball. Okay. You notice I'm almost sitting at the edge. I'm almost sitting on the floor, but I'm literally on the edge so that my back is kind of in the middle right here on the Bosu. If you want to make this harder, put your hands on the back of your head and do it like this. Or you could throw in a twist like this. If you want to really challenge yourself, twist. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. The regular is just straight up. Yep. Like this. Like you're doing crunches. Now, if you have a mat, do you know what a plank is? All right. If you have a mat in front of you, whoever's near a mat, you're going to go on the mat and do this and hold a plank. Okay. That one you're just holding. You're not even moving. Okay. Oh, good looking plank. Look at her. She did it better than I did. Perfect. Good. Now, okay. And then let's.
Her stomach's shaking.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is hard. That is very, very hard. Now, on this, looking good, everybody. Let's see here. Ma'am, let's come on over here, and I'm going to challenge you. So everybody go ahead and grab a piece of equipment and start doing your exercise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to really challenge you. You're going to do some push-ups. Here's what you're going to look like. You're going to grab these handles, and you're going to go like this. Push-ups. Okay, this one needs to be evened out just slightly. Okay, that should be even now. Yeah, that's good. So again, it's like you're doing push-ups in midair. Okay. So, yes. Ladies who did the planks, you all can get up, and you're going like this, chest to the hands. So let your chest come to the hands. It's like almost like you're doing push-ups in midair. So try to bring your whole body, but bend the elbows out and let the chest fall in between the hands. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's perfect. You got it. Yes. Good. Nice looking push-ups. So we've got some sit-ups, Bicep curl. Wow, look at that. That's great. Good action on that one. That's excellent. That is very, very good. Wow. And I like the one you're doing too. No, that's good. Anybody else who's near a mat and a pink ball, let's have a seat and do what she's doing. See those Russian twists? Those are wonderful. That works everything right here, all across the obliques, the abdominals. So whoever, again, is near the ball and the mat, go for it. If you feel comfortable doing that one, that's great. Okay. All right. How's everybody else? Everybody's good? Okay. Good. And time. All right. Nice. Wow, that was a tough round. Very, very tough round. Okay. Let's rotate again. Everybody go one over. Now we're going to mix up so we know that we can do the crunches here in the Bosu for you. Your turn on that. We can also, if you have some dumbbells, here's an exercise you can do that's a combo movement. You're going to do a military press, okay, and then do a bicep curl with it. So a bicep curl, military press with your dumbbells. If you really want to challenge yourself, that's a tough one, okay. And then hold on to the handles, the actual hard handles. Yep. And I'm going to be there in a second. If you want to challenge yourself and you have a band, oops. If you have a band and you want to try something different, here's an interesting one that's for balance and functionality. Put one foot in front of the band. We're going to throw a bicep curl in with a reverse lunge this time. Okay, so reverse lunge. Here's what that looks like again from here. This point, reverse lunge. Do about 15 of those and then switch and do 15 on the other side. Okay, if you have a band, if you want to try the band one. Okay. If you have, a step riser, you can also do a plank on your step riser by doing a modified plank like this. Okay, that's one way. Or another way, a little harder, is to do it like this. Okay? If you feel comfortable. Only if you feel comfortable doing it. All right? Why don't we try this modified plank? Yeah, give that a try. Let's see how that feels. Okay? You want to try that one too? That looks good. And you just hold it. You just hold it there. You just hold it. Like good example, all of y'all. Yeah. Nice job. Let's keep going about another 15 more seconds, everybody. Oh, great. Look at, you got that. That's perfect. That's really good. Nice job on that one. And to make that harder, you move your feet backwards and it shifts the weight to make it more challenging. Now it's a lot harder because you're doing more of your weight. Yeah. So if it's too hard, you just bring the feet back. That's all. Mm-hmm. Good. Nice. All right. That is time. Well done. Perfect. So we're mixing it up a little bit. We're trying to vary it up. I'm really big on just trying different new things as we're varying it, okay? And then let's come on over here. So this time, here's what we're going to be doing on this one. I'll show you this one here. This is different. Grab this like I'm doing. Oh, here. Let me show you here. Go here, and then... Oh, is it dusty? I apologize if some of these are dusty. Is it? It's just dust. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Yeah. Pull yourself up here like this. Pull your whole body up, like you're doing pull-ups.
I don't have a good right arm, so I'll try.
If it's too hard, move your feet back this way, and it won't be as hard. Yeah, right there. If you move your feet in... yeah, that's good. If that's too hard, you can move your feet back if you need to. That's good. Yeah, how's everybody? Wow, nice crunches there. That's great. And if you want to challenge yourself on the bands, here's another challenge we can do. Another one with bands. Anybody who wants another band challenge is taking the band here with a squat and throwing a military press in with it like that. So you could do that. Okay. Like that. Or, alternatively, if you want to work your back muscles, take your band and zigzag, crisscross, bend over forward, and do this number here, pull over row. Wow, that guy's holding like a 5-minute plank. That's crazy. Good job. Yep, zigzag and row. That's it, you got it right. Yep, and then zigzag like this. Bam, just all on the back. Yeah, perfect, good. Yeah. So go like this. Wow, how long did you do that plank for?
About 2 minutes.
2-minute plank. Wow. Oh, gosh. Good job. Oh, my goodness. All right. Wide stance. Yep, just like she's doing too. That's perfect. Here, like this. The wider the stance, the harder it is. So if it's too hard, just bring your feet in narrower and pull up like this, like zigzag, the X. Yep. Wow. Gosh, you guys are awesome. Well done, everybody. Nice. Time. Okay, good. Again, I'll always ask if you need a water break, please, by all means, let's get some water if we need it. Okay. Water break. Good idea. Let's do a water break, everybody. Yep. Grab some water, rehydrate. Good job, everyone. Nice. Wow. How many sit-ups? Is that like 100 so far? Gosh, good job. That's impressive. Wow. Very, very good. So we've got some strong people in this room. Well done. Nice. And yeah, I apologize about the dust. I know sometimes the balls or the mats, it might be a little bit, but we're burning calories, working up sweat, and that's what it's all about, right? So. Good. How are we feeling so far, everybody? Nice. Okay. And we'll rotate. Okay, good. We're all set. So that one, we're going to do push-ups, like you're doing push-ups in midair, just like that. That's good. That looks good. Yeah. Perfect. Good push-ups, just like you're doing push-ups. And then the dumbbells, those are good. If you've got some dumbbells, you can do, anybody who's doing dumbbells, we've got shoulder flies, right? We can do, I think I showed you this one just a second ago, military press and bicep curls. We can hold them here and do some front squats. You could throw in a press like that each time. You can go both at the same time. You could do creatively. Anybody who's done these before, walking lunges, right? You could do some lunges and walk the room all the way down and back with the dumbbells, just to mix it up. Just mix up whatever you feel comfortable doing. Let's see here. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. The one that they were doing was those Russian twists. Take them on like this. The further your arms out, the harder it is. If you want to challenge yourself on this one and make this one harder, lift those feet off the floor and do it this way. That's the hardest way to do it right there. Okay. Give it a try. Wow. Nice job. I love it. I'm seeing different exercises in here, everybody. Wow. Good. Everybody's looking awesome. Well done. Challenge your balance. Good job, everybody. Wow. Nice. All right, time. Nice. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and rotate again. So we're going to pull it on over here, and everybody's going to go one station over. Challenge yourself. Try to vary it up. Let's do something we didn't do yet. And for example, if someone has this BOSU, something that you could do on the BOSU are push-ups like this. This will challenge the balance, okay? So if you want to try that one, give that a shot. We're going to have you do lunges like this. Knees feel okay? So you're just doing lunges one at a time, like that, alternating. Yep. That's good. You can push it, make it harder like that. That's or like she's doing with a squat. You can throw that in there. I like it. Perfect. Nice step ups. Well done. Press. Everybody's looking great. Nice. Good work. Good. Good. Yeah. You already did a plank on there, didn't you? Let me show you another one you can do. Here's one. Another new one. If anybody wants to try, work those triceps. Take your hands here and do some dips. Okay, up and down. Just press. If these are too hard, move your legs in to modify it. Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, then the legs are way out here. But just wherever you're at, just try to modify if you need to. Working the dips. Okay, and then twists. There you go. Good twists. Nice. Good dips. Perfect. Right, everybody. Good. Nice work. Good. Let's go 10 more seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And time. All right. Yes, we're going to rotate again. We're almost through our full rotation. We're going 5 more rotations, and we made it all the way back to where we started. Okay, we're almost there, everybody. So again, we'll go to our next thing, and I'll let you decide. Upper body or lower body for exercise? Doesn't matter? Okay. How about we do some back rows. Here's the back row one. You're going to be standing here, grab these handles, Pull yourself up like this. Pull up, just like you're doing pull-ups, basically. Okay. All right, everybody begin.
Supposed to stretch?
This won't move. You're pulling your body up. So,
So where's my feet?
about right there. Now try it. Now try to pull your whole body up towards it like that. There you go. Like that. That's it. The further your feet are in, the harder it is because the more weight you're lifting. Like that. There you go. See the difference now?
Mm-hmm.
You're really working the back muscles with that one there. Good squats. You're challenging your balance. I like that. The feet closer in, that makes it harder. Good biceps curls, and your feet are wider. That makes that one harder. That's a thicker band too. Wow, nice. Good push-ups there. I'm impressed. Everybody, wow. Good oblique crunches. I like it. Challenging the balance on the side. Look at that plank. Good-looking plank. Both of y'all. Very, very nice. And we got the exercise band. Great one for the shoulders. That's excellent. I like it. Excellent squats. Wow. 10 more seconds, everybody. Y'all are doing wonderfully. Great, great, great job. Right, and time. Good, good, good. For those of you getting down on the floor and doing the planks and crunches, another wonderful exercise, as we all know, is getting up and off the floor, right? That's one of the best things you can do. If you challenge yourself and get down on the floor and get back up, that's one of the best things that we can possibly do. So everybody, let's rotate upper body or lower body. You have a preference? Okay. How about we do some shoulders? Here's what we're going to do on shoulders. You're going to grab this, and you're going to go up like this, like you're doing a shoulder raise.
I don't know if I can do that.
Do you have shoulder stuff, or what is it?
I have shoulders.
Oh, okay. Let's not do that one then. Let's do the back row instead. Let's do this one instead. That one I think will be better. Yeah, for the shoulders. All right. So grab and pull. Yep. There you go. And that's the thing. The further you are in, the harder it is. Like that. Very nice. Take a breather. Yes. Good job. Good, good. Yes, yes. And that ball, there's so many things you could do on that ball too. You stay on there. Let me show you. There's so many things. You can balance by doing balance exercises on my legs, right? You can turn these into crunches on the ball if you need to. And another one of my favorites, you can get your legs on the ball and do some push-ups too. Okay? So a lot of different things you can challenge yourself on. Just please be careful with it while you're on there. Main thing is not to fall off. Okay, there you go. Yeah, good balance. Good. Very, very nice. Good, good, good. Okay, looking great. All right, that's time. Very nice. How many more rounds do we have? It looks like we've got 3 more rounds. We're almost done. So come on down, and once we make it past these last 2 or 3, then we're all the way back to where we started. Okay. You want to do a leg or an arm exercise? Arm. Arm. Let's do some bicep curls on this. So here, you're going to do this, like this. So you're just going like that, just bicep curls. If it's too hard, just move your feet back away from the door. That'll make it easier. Let's try that. See how those feel. And then curl. Yeah, that's it. Keep the elbows up high the whole time. There you go. That's it. That's working the biceps right there. Nice. And then all the way back and do it again. Good, good, good. All in the curls. Nice, good band exercises here. Wow, I see some of the ball exercises too. That's great. Good core exercises, shoulders, squats, rows. Everything looks great. Well done. Let's keep going. 10 more seconds on the clock. And keep going. And time. Good, good. Now, am I right that we have 1 more rotation and then you're back to where we started? Is that right? You started there and then you started over here too? Okay, good, good. So last big rotation, we're going to go a full 1 minute on this one. Everything we got left. We're going to really push it to the limit on this one here. Challenge ourselves. You want upper body, lower body? What do you prefer on this one? Upper body? All right, let's do some bicep curls. So here and here, like this. Okay. Keep your elbows up high the whole time. Elbows up, stay high as you curl. Right there. Let yourself go back and then curl your body in. Like that. There you go. That's it. All on the biceps. Good. Good. Maybe some crunches on the BOSU. Those look good. On the ball too. Those are good. You got it right. You're almost sitting towards the floor, almost down the edge. That's where you're sitting at it on. That's perfect. Good. Everybody's doing great. Well done. Nice. Wow, we've got strong people in here. 10 more seconds, everyone. I am so impressed with all of y'all. Nice job. Big finish. And time. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's stay where we're at in our position, okay? Here's what we'll do. Before we do a water break, how about we do one cardio piece and then we'll do a water break before we stretch. So everybody's in the same position where we're at. What we're going to do are jumping jacks. Everybody know jumping jacks? So jumping jacks are basically like this. We can modify. We're going to go a full minute. Everybody go ahead and start. And if it gets too hard, then slow it down if we need to. Just do the arms or just do the legs or slow it down. Don't go as fast if we need to. We're going full 1 minute just to get that cardio burning, okay? Good job on these. Nice job. Well done. Very, very good. Excellent. Nice, nice. Yes, 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 yes. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Now how about a water break? Okay, let's do a water break. Water break, everybody. Water, water, water. Grab your bottled water, please. Everybody grab your water and water break it. And then we'll stretch a little bit here. Okay. Great job, everyone. Very, very nice. Very nice. Water. Okay. And you could do this at your chair, wherever you feel comfortable. But actually, you know what? One of the best stretches that I love when you're on your, if this is a great one where you're at on your chair, is just literally to reach down and like hold and pull. And when you pull your body down, you'll really feel that lower back nice and stretched. So we'll do that one. That's a great, great stretch. Everybody reach down and hold it, maybe about 20 to 30 seconds. Just hold that there. Good stretch, everyone. Good. There you go. Good. Okay, and then let's do one for the hip too. So everybody take a leg over like this, grab the knee, and pull your chest and that knee together. It'll really feel good on that hip. Okay, just pull it in and hold it. About 15 seconds. Okay, and then switch other leg and pull it in. Okay, and then sit nice and tall. Bring arms out, stretch chest. Deep breaths, breathe it in, breathe. Okay, maybe do one of these guys. Bring the arms in, push away, and open again. Okay, and do it again. Let's throw some shoulder circles in there, just backward shoulder circles. Okay, those will feel nice. Those will feel really, really good. Forward shoulder circles. Okay. All right, let's take our head and roll it either way, just whatever direction. Just roll in the same direction you're going. 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go the other way and roll. Okay, 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an arm and pull it in and stretch and hold it. Okay. Good, stretching the shoulders. And other way. Let's do the other side. Okay. And interlace those fingers and push your palms towards me like that. Good. Stretch those arms. And then finally over the head. And most important stretch right here. Take those hands and give yourself a hand because you all did wonderful. Nice job today. Excellent, excellent. So for the last 5 minutes here as we, again, maybe swig some more water. Any questions over any of the exercises at all that we did or any exercises we didn't do that you have questions on? How do you feel? Feel pretty worked out? That was a tough workout because everybody went really hard. And again, we mixed up a lot of strength and cardio because we're moving the whole time. And that's wonderful. So again, great job on that. I'll just say as a final piece here before we get going, the main thing to do is just to push yourself. I've said that a lot in the different presentations, is just I always end my presentations by, I always sound like a broken record. I always say, think of one thing that you can start to do going forward that'll increase or better your life. And so, same thing, I'll just throw out the gauntlet. If there's one thing that you can do, if there's maybe a new exercises that you liked, that you hadn't done before, that you want to get better on, maybe that's what you're going to start to do every day. Maybe like this gentleman, he did a 2-minute plank, and it was mean of me. I was picking on the guys because we only had one man come in today. But again, I got to give credit where credit is due. 2-minute plank, maybe that could be a challenge. Maybe a challenge can be getting up and off the floor effortlessly, because that's hard for a lot of people. But for some of us, that we could be like, that's going to be my challenge, my goal. I'm going to do that 10 times by the end of the year. It's January now, right? Well, by December, I'm going to make sure that by the end of the year, I'm going to be able to do that. Good question. Okay, so the proper way of getting up and off the floor. Wow. Okay. There's many ways that you can get up and off the floor. One of the things that is, I tell people not to get off the floor is like a basketball player. You should not get up like this, because that's just not proper form in terms of, that's just not, you're not leveraging your whole body. You can do that if you want, but what I tell people is the correct way to get off and up off the floor is to roll to one side and then use the knee and your hands. That way I'm using more of my body to get up and off the floor, okay? Sure. So again, if you're on the floor, then I tell people roll to one side and use your hands and knees to get up and off the floor. Yeah. Or if that's too hard, if you're just like, I'm not there yet, then use something that's stable. Maybe like if I'm on the floor and I need help getting up, that table's pretty stable, or that wall too. You can do that as well. That's fine. That's okay. But I encourage to keep practicing that as much as possible. Let's see, what else? Getting up and off the floor. And I saw a lot of exercises that y'all were doing that I didn't even say that were wonderful as examples, So again, that was wonderful. I can't say enough how great that was. Good job and everything. Any other questions? It's important to keep rehydrating. That's why I brought the waters in. So I'm glad that y'all are drinking water, and that's so important to keep doing. But again, that's just my challenge to everybody. That exercise routine we did, you can do that maybe 2 to 3 times a week. You can mimic them. We've got the equipment here or at home. I know that some of you all do your own exercises. You can say, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to do a ball or band, a mat, and that's all I need to do, really. So there's not much investment you need. If you want to do this at your house, gosh, you could buy the equipment for less than probably $100. You got everything there. Some of you might already have everything there too. And so again, that's the main thing, is just trying to figure out like what you can do to push yourself and just get better health. And that's what it's all about, right? Just increasing our health span so that it matches our lifespan. Mm-hmm. That's great advice. So the store advice was Five Below, and you're right. I've been in that store. There's one in Peachtree City that probably is the closest here, or maybe Sharps. Well, yeah, it's Peachtree City. Yeah, right there by the Michaels Shopping Center. And Five Below, they've got pretty much, again, probably, I said $100. You could probably get by with less than $50 and buy most of the stuff. Another, to match yours, anybody in here like Aldi? Sometimes Aldi's seasonal. I don't know if they'll have this stuff, but I went into Aldi one time and they had almost everything at the best price you can possibly get it, probably close to Five Below. So I'll throw that out there. Another place is Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor, or just, if you see, right, exactly, Buy Nothing. There's a Facebook called Buy Nothing, that's a group page that people will give these things away like crazy. So look out for those as well too. Great advice. I love it. Yeah. But again, Perfect. She just said the Peachtree City Aldi has it, so go there. I love Aldi. They're wonderful. I shouldn't say this as a fitness professional. They have the best chocolate, though, pound for pound, because they have the German chocolate. And again, you can't beat that. That is, if you're a chocolate person like I am, you go to Aldi. Then you got your $3 bottle of wine. All right, I really shouldn't be saying that. Never mind. You didn't hear me say that. That's not on camera. So. All right. So, any other questions before we get going for the weekend? Yes, ma'am. Good question. Yeah. What can I do to strengthen my back? Well, what I would do is, one of the best things is that good old-fashioned plank like we were doing. Good plank is really good back strengthening. There's stuff you could do on the floor that helps with especially lower back. as with me. I know that for sure. You can do something, and I'll probably try my best to show everyone, maybe from a side view. Swimmer's rows. You've seen these before, like this. Superman's, all lower back. You know, one of my best favorite, this is the one I should have started with, but I'll finish with this one. They're bird dogs on a ball. Okay, I had a physical therapist show me this one. My favorite back exercise that got me out of back pain when I had back problems, because that's my Achilles heel, is doing bird dogs. This is one we did not do together, but when we're wrapping up here, feel free to come up and grab a ball and try these. Here, opposite arm, opposite leg, bird dogs.
How many reps do you do with that?
1 minute. I do about 1 minute of those, or count to 15 on each side, so it's 30 total. 1, 1, 2, 2, 30, 30. Yeah, that's a wonderful one. I love bird dogs on the ball. Yeah, those are great. So those are some that might help with the back. Yeah, and we did work the back muscles with some of them when we did those back rows and we did the bent over pan pulls, anything like that. Any kind of rowing exercises will be good for the back muscles. Yeah.
And we always do the baby, do the child pose, and then you go into the cobra.
Yeah. By pushing like that. Yep, that's a great one because that gets that spine nice and strengthened. Yeah, definitely. And so all of those, even squats, believe it or not, squats with good form, you're working the back muscles and the core and the spine while you're doing it. So yeah, all of those, they work hand in hand. That's the great thing about exercise. All right, everybody. Well, I had fun. Thank you. Yeah, give yourself a hand. Well done. So we'll wrap up there. And I'm going to be back. I'll be back in April. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Yes. Don't worry about any of the equipment. Now I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to go ahead and fix everything and put everything away. So y'all are dismissed. And anybody want to grab an extra bottle of water on the way out, please feel free. But other than that, I've got it from here. So I think there's evaluation forms. If you have them, I believe you just take it to Deanna at the back. She'll take them from you from there. So I left my card and my brochure for anybody too. If you need any other follow-up questions, let me know. Feel free to email me, call me, whatever. And then, but otherwise, great to see everybody again. Well done. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great workout, everybody. Nice job.